Mean Guitar Riffs. We're back with the best guitar series on YouTube. You know them, you love them. You already know we're talking about riffs that make you go, ugh. If it's a riff that makes you squint your face, then they're on this list. So let's not waste any more time and get right into the riffs. To start off, we have a band that has increasingly been asked for more and more with each passing episode. It's Blacktone with their song Second Death. If you know Blacktone, you already know that this riff is gonna be slow, super down tune, and very fast. And this song is no exception because it's tuned to double drop C. So that's like a half step lower than a 9-string. And to make it even funnier, I'm gonna be playing it with my 6-string Telecaster baritone. Moving along with the second riff of this episode, you already know by now that I cannot make one of this list and not include at least one death metal band. And this time around, I have one of my favorite old school death metal bands, Immolation, with their song What They Bring. This song is from the most overlooked by me Immolation release. I really like their early material. My favorite album of theirs is Hereinafter, but I do really enjoy their later material, and I really haven't paid the attention that I should have to this EP, especially since this particular riff really represents Immolation styles throughout their whole career. Next up, we have a metalcore band that has been coming increasingly hotter this year. It's Boundaries with their song Scars on a Soul. I've been loving Boundaries' latest album ever since it was released, and I really wanted to include something by them, and a lot of people were also mentioning them recently, so I thought it was appropriate to include it. And I really couldn't decide what riff I wanted to play on this video, so I just went for the dumbest one I could find, because we all know the dumber the riffs, the more fun they are to play. Continue with that trend, we're gonna include one of the hottest modern metal bands of the moment. Of course, it's Knocked Loose with their song Moss Covers All. I mean, I could have included any song from the latest album because it's probably one of the heaviest releases they're ever done. But I really wanted to include the intro riff of this song because it really combines all of the eras of this band. And overall, it's just really fun to play. Let's get a little serious for a moment. I know riffs are really fun, but it's not all fun and games all the time. Today's video is sponsored by Aura, and it's a very important time to be talking about them, because hackers may have stolen the social security numbers of every American. Over 2.9 billion records were stolen from the National Public Data, which offers personal information to employers, private investigators, staffing agencies, and others doing background checks. The stolen records include a person's full name, email, home address, phone number, and social security number, as well as alternate names and birth dates. And members of the hacker group reportedly released this information for free online. And personally, haven't had my data stolen in the past and my channel hacked. This is really scary stuff. It will make me really uncomfortable to know that it could have happened to me. And this should be a huge wake-up call if you weren't taking precautions. If it had happened to me 2 years ago, I wouldn't be very scared, but I'm not too worried right now since I'm using Aura. Aura always sends me alerts to notify me if they found my phone number, email, or social security number in the dark web. And they let me know very fast if someone tries to use this information to access my credit or bank accounts. They give me up to $5 million in identity theft insurance should the worst case scenario happen. 5 million. However this may sound, you don't ever really want this to happen to you at all. They also provide a bunch of different features to keep you safe online, all inside one app. I highly recommend you check out Aura because not only is national public data not gonna do anything to help you, but they're also probably not even gonna face any repercussions for this leak. Personally, I'm not leaving myself or my family vulnerable to any data breaches. And if you don't want to either, you can go to aura.com/jojo or check the link in the description down below to start your 2-week free trial. But now, let's get a little less serious and get back to the riffs. For this next spot on the list, let's move away a little bit from the modern bands and bring it back a little bit to the 90s, because up next is Korn with their song Clown. Of course, let's include something from Korn's debut because I think they have some of their nastiest riffs on this album. And Clown is definitely my favorite song of them, and probably one of their most underrated songs, in my opinion. So let's just bounce to this riff. Let's go back again with the modern bands, because following up we have Malevolence with Malicious Intent. If you don't know Malevolence, it's another modern metalcore band that has been becoming very successful lately. And this riff from Malicious Intent really represents their hardcore roots, and it's just really nasty. Malevolence is not a band that I listen to enough in my opinion, and this riff really proved that I should have. No list of mean and nasty riffs can be complete without some Meshuggah on it. And for this particular episode, we're gonna be looking at my favorite Meshuggah riff, I Am Colossus. I just love how this section of the song really feels like it's dragging you down, and it just feels actually heavy in like weight, in like pounds. Like you're being pressed down by a big boulder. You'll know what I mean when you listen to it. I wasn't gonna double dip for any band on this video, but someone mentioned this song in the last video, and I was like, man, I gotta play this riff. I'm talking about the song Belleville, from their album Another Shade of Blue, which I think is the album in which they start to tune up to A standard. And from experience, I can tell you that using a different tuning can really change your approach to writing songs. But this is just a really fun song to beat ass to. Up next, we couldn't possibly end this list without including some Thal on it. And of course, we have to include one of the pioneers of this style, Humanity's Last Breath, with their song Make Me Blind. This song is from back when Buster didn't figure out the formula to mix this kind of style. But man, does this riff go hard! It's just pummeling, disgusting. Ugh, I love it! In this list, we gotta bring on some good old deathcore. And this time around, we got Caved In by Spite. Spite is a band that I always really liked, but never gave them the time to really enjoy them. And this song just goes hard. I could have chosen any riff from any point on this song, but I chose the final two riffs because it really ties this video together. And besides that, it's just really fun to play. But that's it for me. As always, let me know in the comments down below what other riffs could have been included on the list. And as long as you keep responding as good as always to this series, I'll keep it going. Remember to check out Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Shout out to my patrons who will be appearing on screen right now. Any help I can get goes a long way for me continue making these videos and being able to improve them. And if you would like to get raw stem tracks from the recordings of this video, you can get them by joining my Patreon. If you like this video, please click the like button down below. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe already. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you click the notifications bell down below so you never miss a new video. If you would like to watch another video full of disgustingly heavy and nasty riffs, you can check it right here. All my social media links and my Discord link will be in the description down below as always, so please go ahead and check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.